Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Oz Fury Gaming. You're here with Alec, and we're going to be taking a look at what's happened this week in Star Citizen. To start us off with, we're going to have around the verse. There was heaps this week, which is awesome. So we had Sandy Gardner and Chris Roberts hosting it, followed by Jake Ross giving us the nice, beautiful studio report. So he was talking about economics and also all the animation we've been doing with the guns. So economics, guys, what is it? Well, in Star Citizen, it's going to be very simple to start off with. You're going to have buy and selling like any other game with trade. It's a fixed price wherever you go. But they're going to make it that it's going to become very active and variable depending on what part of the universe you go to. So, for example, if you go to one place that is very high in hydrogen sales and very rich in fuel, your hydrogen fuel sales will not be very good there. But if you go to another system where it's low on, there's high demand, low supply, it'll sell for a lot better there. So the whole point is to keep moving around. Another thing they're talking about too is how if you attack, say, a supply chain of ships, you'll be able to affect the economy there. Say, for example, RSI have their coolers for, say the Aurora, and you damage that supply line, the parts going for that, that will therefore cause those coolers to go up in price. So that was really cool that they talked about and confirmed that. Another thing they were also talking about, guys, is where to buy and sell stuff. So besides what they call the TDEs, which are big marketplaces, they have these little places called truck stops. So I'm not going to the TDEs where, you've got all your different vendors who specify and would give better prices. A truck stop is a simple one-stop shop to sell and buy all your cargo. They're going to be variable, as you can see here. So if you go to, say, a mining place, it's going to be suited to a mining layout. So you're not going to have this really nice, pristine truck stop in a really dirty mining facility. And vice versa, if you go to Arc Corp or anywhere, there's going to be really high, upper-class sort of vendors. You're going to have the same deal. So from there, guys, they took us to looking at some of the lighting and the concept art they've got going around the shops. And also, too, guys, they were showing off ships. So this is obviously the Cutlass Black, showing the rework they've been doing. So it's at a grey box, and they're finally showing off what it's going to look like in the finish. Done a first lighting pass, and it's looking really beautiful and pretty. As you can probably notice, too, on the front wings there, they've got some guns already being placed on it, so that's beautiful to see. Besides the Cutlass, guys, they also had the Prospector showing off some beautiful gear, as well as the, obviously, here we are again with the Cutlass showing off its animation works, and then also the Buccaneer, so that was good to see. They also had some really interesting stuff to talk about, guys, from the Happy Hours. Have a look.
You hosted the studio update on ATV yesterday.
Yeah.
Is there anything you didn't share that you wish you could have?
Oh man. Yes.
More of his smile.
More beard.
More beard.
I wish my beard had been longer. No, there is work going on in Austin on a specific ship that we have not talked about yet, and I wish I could have shown that off, but that will come in due time.
Yeah. So, guys, what ship is going in? Like, what the hell? Major teaser. Anyway, so besides that, they had some NPC animation work going on, showing how this is actually going to be on the Idris, the crew quarters, or the mess hall. So showing how the crew walk in, walk out, and all the animations for that. They're talking about how they want to make it so if there's a cup sitting there, the NPC will sit down, and regardless of where the cup is, the NPC will be able to grab that cup, have a drink, put it down, and walk away, which is obviously a little bit weird for Germs, but we'll look past that. So next on the agenda, guys, they were showing off crate usage, picking up objects and stuff in the universe. So this is from the Happy Hour as well. I've cut between two different things, and this is fast forwarded. But they're showing what it's like to pick up and also get in the grey cat and drive along, and they're showing off too how they want to actually make it so when you go over things, your head will move a lot more, and there'll be a lot more G-force applied. And they talked about how they actually didn't have any G-force applied to this build, so that apparently they fixed that bug. So I don't know, but that was just interesting to see. Also, they're showing off the melee there and how it's going to work. Next on the agenda, guys, they were showing off guns. So this is the just the grey box, the different parts of the guns. I've got a full video committed to guns, so go check that out, guys, if you're keen to see hear more about it. But they're just showing here all the different ways of building the gun, how they, actually accent the gun, how they make the animations working before they start building it, and it's just really cool to see all the different tech that goes into it. And also showing too how the animation is the same for third and first person. So because obviously Star Citizen is going to be huge and want to make it that everyone can see what you're doing, and what you're doing is exactly right. Here they're just showing a final build of firing and how the firing triggers work. Then also here, guys, I wanted to show off from the Happy Hour. They had all these guns lined up, and the one on the left looks very similar to a railgun, but then I looked and found that it's actually not the concept art that they've got for it. But they did talk about in the Happy Hour that they're bringing a railgun, which is going to be anti-ship gun, which is going to be awesome to see. So go check out that video on guns I was talking about before, because I talk about that as well. And here's some more concepts for the railgun. So from here, guys, they were just showing off the firing range with the new guns and just sort of showing how ranges do apply and how like he's trying to hit the 100-meter target there and how it's pretty hard. He brings out the sniper rifle and second shot he gets it. So moving on from there, guys, we had Lawmaker's Guide to the Galaxy. So this brought forth us kill system. It's 9 jumps away from Earth, it's on the edge of Zion space and was found in 2514. High, rich in resources, was military control, but now it's not. Military to clean up from all the scum that was there, so there's heaps of old machinery there for salvage in the asteroid belt, as well as plenty of minerals there. So this week it was hosted by Will Wisbeam, I apologise, I can't say it properly. He's a senior writer at CGI LA. So the system itself is made up of 6 planets in an asteroid's belt, meteor belt. Like I was talking about, so there's been a lot of history with this system. So we'll start off with Kuil 1. Kuil 1 isn't much there. It's just a little rocky outcrop of a planet close to the sun. It doesn't actually have any axis that it turns upon. It just sits one way. So one side gets cooked, the other side's not too bad. Rich resources to be found there. There are a few mining places. That's about it. Move on to Kuil 2. Kuil 2 is pretty much the same. It's just further out. But military have locked it off. I'm not sure why. No one can go on the surface. There are theories that it's got a secret base there with testing or who knows what. But you can't get on there. It's restricted. I move on to Kuil 3, which is the only terraform planet in the system. Severus. It was basically got heaps of different military bases on it, going from the UPE, UEE, the army, and all that sort of stuff. Because obviously the ships are a major focus because Star Citizen space, but there is an actual army factor too. So the reason why I had all this stuff was because it was one of the border systems in what they call the Perry line to protect against the Zions during the Cold War with them. So moving on from there, guys, we have Kuil 4. Kuil 4 is a gas planet. It's really small, nothing much there. That's about it. It's just a planet to orbit around. It's really pretty. Guessing there'll be some resources there, like gases and things to pick up. Then we have Kuil 5, very similar thing, but this is a gas giant, and it's like Saturn, so it's got those beautiful rings on the outside, and apparently they do change color during the year time. So that's what Will was saying. So whether it will actually come in game or not, eventually, I'm not sure, but that's really cool lore to have. And then, well, last but not least, we have Kuil 6, which is a tiny little protoplanet on the outside, just way past the asteroid belt. It takes 122 years to do a full cycle, so they have a festival for that. Leading on from there, we have Citizen of the Stars, where Brian Chambers comes on and answers some questions to go in the running for highest score. So let's have a look at how that goes for him.
And begin. What is your name and what do you do?
Brian Chambers, Development Director.
Name one thing you're working on for Alpha 3.0.
Moons.
Will you be able to play as an alien in Star Citizen?
Yes, eventually, but not at launch.
Okay, I'm going to speed it up here, but that is just awesome. We can actually play as aliens. Didn't say what aliens, but aliens.
Can you substantiate recent rumors about mining coming in Alpha 3.0?
Yes, true. Next.
So guys, obviously if you probably heard it, mining is confirmed, but he said it here, the developing director.
What is your favorite PC game of all time?
Full Throttle.
I totally agree with that. I love Full Throttle so much. I grew up on that game as a kid. I was probably about 8 when my dad showed me it, so I thank him so much.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could hire non-union beavers as scab workers and avoid production cessation due to a prolonged strike during contract renewal negotiations?
Union only, so none.
Okay, I've heard the woodchuck thing before, but that's just neck level bullshit going on right there. Funny as though. So we ended up winning this week, guys, and by quite a fair margin.
Hey Jeremiah, how you doing? So, Jared reached out to me a while ago, and I did my research. I saw you on the top. Couldn't even really get your name right. It's a little disappointing. Made me feel bad that you were representing this at the top. So, sorry. I came, I did what I needed to do.
Alright guys, so we've got him in there at 16 points. So we had the top 5 guys for Star Citizen this week. Have a look at this.
Number 5, Lieutenant Dan Official has created a custom flight desk to get the most out of Star Citizen, and it looks great. We are looking forward to seeing updates to his flight desk in the future. Number 4, Dr. Kruger for their impressive screenshots of the constellation around Port Olisar using the advanced camera controls. We can't say this enough. The images and videos from the community continue to blow us away. Excellent work. Number 3 is Infomatic Jim for their entertaining video of a Starfare, Gemini, and Pirate Swarm. He goes to rack up 84 impressive kills to some very appropriate music. Number 2 goes to BoardGamer UK for their detailed new player's guide updated for Star Citizen Alpha 261. If you are a new or returning player for the 261 update, we highly recommend you taking a look at Board Gamer's new guide. Number 1, and this week's MVP goes to Ally Ghost for his hilarious video of testing a size 9 torpedo on a Caterpillar and Arena Commander while his friends are still on board. Their reaction is priceless. Congratulations, Ally Ghost, you're this week's MVP.
Alright guys, so after all that awesome carnage, they have the Avenger Titan going on for free flight for the month of March for subscribers. There'll probably be a flash sale for this ship too, like there has been for the Wildfire and the Comet, so keep your eyes open. I have this ship and I think it's pretty good, so check it out, see what you think. Besides that, they had Cylon screenshots there on the subscribers den. Cylon is the moon next to Crusader in the Stanton system. Security post careers nearby. The screenshots look beautiful. They've got the Ursa rover there. The third photo here looks a bit blurry, but I think it's because it's high in the atmosphere. So, hope you guys enjoy the moons. I do. If you don't, well, deal with it. Besides that, they had Happy Hour where they were talking about animations and guns and character creation, all the cool stuff. Go check out the video if you want. I've got all the rundown of guns and stuff from Happy Hour there if you want to go check that out. But that's all I have for the week. Check out this funny tidbit, guys. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the verse. Toodaloo.
Creature can do. So, you know, that way you don't have a space deer doing...
Sorry, no, I didn't thought space
What's a
doing
space?
jujitsu,
Yeah.
right? And stuff like that.
the best mental image ever. A space deer doing jiu-jitsu. It's like,
What does a space deer sound like, Steve? What is?
yeah, what is this?
Oh,
man.
shit,
Nothing, it's in
that's,
space.
someone's
There's no sound.
recording this. That sound is
stream's
totally going
going off.